Hi everyone and welcome to my channel Product Review. This is Kalyan Kumar bringing you this video, and in today's video I'm going to discuss with you a problem that I used to face and the solution that I arrived at. The problem was this. I am a chemistry teacher and I take about 2 to 3 classes each day in different batches. I video record all my classes, upload them into YouTube, mark them as unlisted, and then copy the link and paste it and send it to all my students via email. The problem that I used to face was that on the first day of the class, I would give them a sheet of paper to write the email IDs, and since the students are sitting randomly, they would write the email IDs randomly and not in any alphabetical order. Once I send the emails, I would get certain emails bounce back because either I have not typed those email IDs properly, and I used to use Evernote to do this, and sometimes I may not have deciphered the handwriting of a student properly, student may not have written it properly. Ultimately what happens is a lot of mails bounce back, and then I have to go back to my students, ask them the correct email ID, and then hunt for the email IDs that I've already written because they're not in any alphabetical order. Hunt them and then change those email IDs. That used to be a big pain. And then sometime what used to happen was, after 2 weeks, a new student would join in and he would want the links of all the previous classes, whereas I do not want to send those links to my existing students. But if you send all the mails together, you have to send everything common. And the reason I used to make my videos unlisted and not public is because I wanted a particular batch of students to watch the videos of only that batch. So basically what I needed was a mechanism by which I could send emails, personalize, customize to all my students, and would be in a position to change the email IDs by making sure that they are in alphabetical order. So the idea was to customize and send bulk emails. And as I was researching this problem, I arrived at 2 solutions. Solution number 1 was Microsoft Outlook. Solution number 2 was Gmail. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to go through Microsoft Outlook and Gmail and see how we can send mass mails using these 2 service providers. Stay tuned in. You can create a batch of personalized email messages that are formatted identically and use the same text and graphics. Only specific sections of the email message vary and are personalized. Mail merge, unlike broadcasting a message to a group of people, makes each recipient of the message the sole recipient. Meaning, if you have multiple emails being sent to several people, each one of them can see that that particular mail has been sent to multiple people. Therefore, in this particular method, what happens is, irrespective of the number of people you send the message to, each recipient only sees his or her own address in the address bar of the email. So it looks more personalized. Now to do this, we need the following applications. First we need is Microsoft Word. Then we need Excel, and then we need Outlook. So these are the 3 applications that we need. Now let's look at the Word first. Email merge has been a feature of Word for several versions of Office. It uses the characteristics of a standard letter merge which is then further customizable as an email. With email merge, you can create personalized individual letters for each of your recipients that they are more likely to read. Now, what used to happen is traditionally during mail merge, people used to compose a letter, and in there they would put some fields from Excel to make it more customizable, take a printout and then courier those letters. Now the only difference between that and this is, instead of couriering those letters, we're going to send them as personalized emails. Now just like a letter merge, we are going to create some standard text which you would want to appear in each email. I've just created a letter template for the same. For example, I've said, "Dear Mr. So-and-so, this is to inform you that your marks in the written test is that you have applied for category so-and-so. The designation for which you have selected for interview is so-and-so. Your interview date is this, room number is this, time is this, coordinator is this," and I have attached a particular image. Of course, depending on the nature of the letter, you will attach some kind of an image or perhaps a logo. And I've just created a pie chart here just to give you an idea about what all can be sent. The second step is to create the Excel sheet, in which you're going to use the fields that you would want individuals to have along with their email address. So this is the most important part. Email, I have here first name, last name, email, marks, category, designation, interview date, room number, coordinator and time. So whatever customizable fields you need, you can input all of those here. But remember, this is the most important column. Without this email, nothing is going to work. So create an Excel sheet like this. I've created Excel sheets here, and all of these are my own IDs, but they are in different service providers: Gmail, Rediffmail, Yahoo.com and me.com. Now, the third step is now to use the Outlook configured for your email. Now, this is the key. Now, what happened was, when I was testing this particular procedure, I configured Outlook in my Microsoft Outlook, outlook.com email ID. Unfortunately, sometimes it would go, sometimes the messages would not go. I tried my best. I went through all possibilities, just could not figure out. So what I did was, I deleted my outlook.com ID and I inserted the Gmail ID. This is my Gmail ID, cvkalyank@gmail.com, and in this is the Gmail ID that I'm using now in Outlook, and in this ID all the emails are being sent. So there is some kind of a bug in the case of outlook.com. So my suggestion is, if you're using Outlook, first configure your Gmail ID in case you want to send mass mail. Now, how to configure Gmail ID, that's another different story, because that's not as simple as putting your name and email ID and expecting the Outlook to configure it on its own. You'll have to go to the Gmail, you'll have to go to the My Accounts, sign in security, do a two-way verification, then create an app password. So there are a lot of stuff there, and I'm going to make a separate video on that. But for the time being, it would suffice to say that configure any other ID in case you don't have a Gmail. Any ID on Outlook and it will go. Now go to the mailings tab. Now let's go back to our Word. Now go to the mailings tab. Where is the mailing tab? Mailing tabs here. So go to the mailing tabs on top and select Start Mail Merge. And in this, when you click this, it gives you a lot of options. We don't want letters, we don't want any printouts, we want email messages. So click email messages. And the moment you click email messages, you will notice that the Word reformats the text and rewraps it. But everything else is still there. Now go to select recipients. Can you see this select recipients here? Go to select recipients tab and click the required option. Type a new list, use an existing list, choose from Outlook contacts. Now what I'm going to do is, I already have this Excel sheet. Let me save this, and I'm going to use this Excel sheet. Otherwise, what you can do is you can create a new list or choose from Outlook contacts. Now remember, when you choose from Outlook contacts, whatever data is there in Outlook contacts, only those are customizable. If you use Excel, you can create new fields, and that would enhance the email by customizing it even further. So I say use existing list. It's asking me where is that list. It's in my documents, and here it is, test email sheet, and I click open. It's asking me which sheet should I use. I got only one sheet in my Excel, so I don't have a problem. I'm going to just click OK. Now once that is done, now we have to customize each field here. Now wherever customization is required, click the cursor, Mr. I'm going to click the cursor there and then click Insert Merge Fields. Can you see this here? Insert Merge Field. The moment you click this, you will see all the headings of your Excel sheet. All of them are there. So dear Mr. Last Name. So I'm going to put the last name there. This is to inform you that your marks in the written test is marks, yeah. You applied for a category. Of course, this need not mention category, but you need to know where the category has to be inserted. The designation for which you have been selected for the interview is designation. Your interview date is date of interview date, room number, time, your coordinator will be and I think we have only left the first field name, so let's add one more. Your name tag would read as. Your name tag would read as, and here we can put the first name so that we can use all the fields here. First name. Now all of them have been customized. If you want, you can preview the results, and if you notice my Excel sheet, the first guy is Brown, first name is Jason, marks 35A, lecturer, so and so date for, coordinator is Mr. Smith, 10 a.m. Just have a look at this. Mr. Brown, marks 35, category A, lecturer, blah blah blah, room number 4, 10 a.m. Mr. Smith, Jason. So I switch off the preview. Now you can do the spell check, which is very important. And now just click finish and merge and click send email messages. So finish and merge. I'm going to go here and you can send email messages. Now there are two options here. If you don't want to send the email messages instantly, you want to verify each and every mail once, what you can do is you can take the Outlook offline, click this, send email messages, it will automatically go to the outbox. Go to outbox, check each and every mail for its correctness, and then switch on the Outlook online, and then all these messages would go. If you don't do that, the moment I hit this, all messages are going to go on their own. So now let's do this. Now I'm getting a field here, subject line, and I say interview details. Alright, HTML. Now the send record is something which you need to understand. Now in case you want to send the messages to, let's say, 400 people, it is advisable not to check the all tab at the bottom. Don't check this. Check the from, say 1 to 25, let the mails go. After some time 26 to 50, let the mails go. So send the mails in installment, because what most email services do is the moment they realize that there is a mass mail being sent, they might block the messages sometimes, as well as block the account, fearing that the email account may have been hacked. In fact, this happened to me when I sent the mail to only 75 students. My outlook.com was blocked. So send the messages in smaller installments, which in a way, of course, will defeat the purpose of sending a mass mail. As I earlier said, it is also possible to first take Outlook offline and then send the messages. It would then keep the mails in the outbox, allowing you to check them once again and then take it online, in which case it will be sent. Now let's send it. Since we have only a few of them, 4 mails, or I say OK, and the moment I hit OK, just look at this last name, and all of these, they will quickly change. And all of them have been changed. They've all been sent. So let's go ahead and check whether we've received them. As you can see, let's start from Gmail. Can you see this? Me, interview details. Dear Mr. Brown, this is to inform you that your marks in the written test are this. And can you see, I got the pie chart, I got the image. You'd apply for category A, designation, blah, blah, blah. And various other stuff. This is the Gmail thing. And this is the Yahoo thing. Interview details. This is for Mr. Holmes. Same attachments. Different marks, category, date, room number, time, etc. Let's try rediff mail. And there you have Mr. Lucas. This guy is Mr. Lucas. You got everything here. Now let's check one more, me.com. As you can see, the interview details are here. Dear Mr. Hamilton, this guy is Mr. Hamilton, marks 49, A, senior professor, blah, blah, blah. And you can see everything here. So I just sent 4 different mails to 4 different IDs, and I send them with the same attachments, but each of them have been personalized. Now, one of the advantages of this method of mail sending is that each recipient can only see his or her email ID. For example, if you notice to cvkalyank@me.com, you don't see any other email ID here. So that looks more personalized. So now that we have seen all of this is how you do the mail merging, customized mass mailing using Outlook. Next section, we're going to see how to do this using Gmail. Now we will see mail merge using Gmail. The advantage of this method is you can even send personalized email attachments. That means each individual can receive a separate attachment. Moreover, you can even schedule your messages to be sent on a particular date and time. So if you don't want all the messages to go at one go, you can schedule these messages to be sent at a different point of time and date. Now, how do we get started? First, log into your Google account. You don't have to go to Gmail, you just have to log into a Google account. Mine is this Network Kalyan. and then you go to these 9 dots, click them, go to Google Drive. Once you're in Google Drive, click New. In Click New, go to Google Sheets. The Google Sheet will open. Now you have to look for this add-on. Now in general, when you click add-on, if you don't have any add-on, you will not get anything here except that get add-on. And right now I don't have anything else, so I say get add-on. Now you have to browse through this dialog box and look for mail merge with scheduler. Mail merge with attachment, and this is the mail merge with scheduler. This is what we wanted. So it's a free add-on. Click that. Just go ahead and say allow. It will allow that, and now it's been added to your add-on. So now when you go to add-on, you'll see mail merge with attachments. This is what we needed. So now that we've installed it, now you have the mail merge with schedule installed. Now click the add-on and go to mail merge and click create mail merge sheet. So I click this, create merge template. I need to go to the first one, create merge template. When I do that, it says working, and lo and behold, it magically transforms into a mail merge sheet. First name, last name, email address, file attachments, schedule date, mail merge date. But of course, you can add extra details to your mail. For example, if you look at my Excel sheet, I had marks, I had category, I had designation, I had interview date. So let's put all of them there. But before that, let's copy the first names. There are 4 of them in the first name. I don't want to retype all of that once again. And yeah, here it is. Name copied. Last name. Email address, the most important part here. The email address, 4 of them. And what do I have? I have marks. So I'm going to insert something called marks here. So I select this. I say insert 1 column to the left, and I call it marks. And so now we're going to quickly copy all the tables that were there on the Excel sheet, and we are going to put that into this Google spreadsheet. And the idea is to put all the categories that we had, all the fields that we had in the Excel sheet. So I'm typing in new fields and then copying it from the Excel sheet to this, and most probably it should get done pretty soon now. A lot of columns there, of course, and the coordinator and time is still left. So we have the coordinator now, the time there, and I'm going to copy both of them together, and that's it. And now of course there are certain extra columns like file attachments, schedule date, and mail merge. Now the first step was the first name, last name, email address, file attachments. Here you need to paste the link of the files to be sent as attachments, but I'm going to show you a very easy method of doing that. In fact, let me also show you the file attachments right now. You can send individual files as attachments to these, and you can send more than one file attachment to a person. So what you do, click on file attachment on one of them, go to add-on, mail merge, add file attachments. It gives you options: insert from Google Drive. You can pre-upload on Google Drive, select file from computer. This is better. So I'm going to select it from my computer. Select files from the computer, and let me go to my documents, and I have a book 1. So the first guy gets book 1, upload. The moment I upload, there will be a link appearing here. See, there's a link appearing here. For the second guy, either if you want to copy this, you can copy it here, send a different one, add on mail attachments, add file attachment, select from computer. Okay, I need to select only one of them. From computer, select the file. That was book 1. This dear Mr. Doc. Upload. Link appears here. See, they're all different attachments. Again, add on, select file from computer. This time I go to Gmail password, upload, link will appear here, and there's a last guy here. Let's send him a different attachment. Select from my computer, and letter to schools. Upload. Link appears here. So you can have separate attachments here. If you want more than one attachment, just click here. You'll see the entire link, and then you can put the comma just where the link ends and put another link there. So, but remember, all these files first get uploaded to Google Drive, and only from there they are sent. In the scheduled date, you can leave them empty, in which case they will be sent instantly, or you can put a particular date in that and time so that it goes only at that particular date and time. The mail merge status is to tell you whether the mail has been sent or not. So far we have not sent the mail. So now what we do, click add-on. Now that the table is complete, click add-on, mail merge, and now we're going to do configure mail merge. This is where you compose the mail. So configure mail merge, and it shows a dialog box which is a little complicated, but don't worry about that. Sender's email ID, if you have more than one email ID, it will show all of them, and select the one from which you want to send this mail. Sender's full name, that is your full name, the one who is sending it. I say Tom Cruise. Alright, so Mr. Tom Cruise is going to send us some mail now. If you have any CC addresses, type it here. BCC, type it here. Campaign name, you don't have to write anything, but just write interview letters. And there's no need to track email, or in case you want to know when the email has been opened, when there's been a click, etc, etc. So you don't have to bother about that. Now you go continue. Now comes a very important part. Select mail template. Now what you can do, is you can use an existing Gmail draft or you can compose a mail right now. First, let me show you composing the mail right now. Then I'll show you how to do the draft part. So the bottom one says write your own template in plain text or HTML. I click that and here I get subject line. Now remember, whatever fields that you have here, all of them have to be enclosed in two curly brackets or flower brackets. So the subject I want to change, instead of hello I say hi, and then comes the first name, and then in the body copy I'm going to use as many fields as we had done there. Hello Mr. flower bracket, two of them, and remember the fields that we have a last name there. So I'm going to say last name. They should appear, the fields should appear the same way as they appear in the sheet. Your interview date is on. Where is the interview date? Yes. So curly brackets, interview date. Remember, there should not be any spelling error in this. Interview date. Okay. Then your marks were curly bracket marks, and remember it's double curly brackets. Category designation okay, I need to and here also there's an error. Okay, what other field do I have? Room number. It should exactly appear the way it's there in the field. Time, coordinator, and I guess I've filled up everything here, almost everything now. Yeah, so that's it. Run mail merge again. See, they're being sent. So you got to be very careful when you type in your done. Let's check the mails again. Hey, I got another mail from Tom Cruise, and here the coordinator is Mr. Smith. And I got one more mail from Tom Cruise, and the coordinator is Mr. James. Rediff mail. I got one more, and the coordinator is Mr. John. Okay, this fellow is going to take some time. It's the Apple guy. He's going to first of all tell me that the iCloud is full, and then check out the mail. but we're more interested in the second mail of Tom Cruise. It says, "Hi George, coordinator Mr. Adams." As you can see, all of them have been properly customized, and if you notice, all of them have different attachments. Letter for cooperation. Here you have Dear Mr. X. Here your Gmail password. Here your book XLS. All of them have received different attachments. And now this is the way that we do mail merge using Gmail. The limitations are you can only send 50 mails a day, and if you want to buy higher packs, you can buy them. You're going to pay for a certain amount of money, and you can buy a pack of 100, 200, 250, 300 depending upon your need. I bought a pack of 250 because I constantly send about 150, 200 mails every day. So this is the way mail merge and mass mailing is done using Gmail. So there you have it, mass mailing through Outlook and Gmail. Now let's look at the pros and cons of both. As far as Outlook is concerned, it's free of cost. It's there in your computer. Configure your email and send as many mails as you want. So it's free of cost. Another advantage is, since you start with Word document, there are a lot of formatting options in Word which you can use to format your mail and then send it as an email. The con, in fact the biggest con of this is Outlook.com doesn't work so well. I've tried sending mails through Outlook.com, it just doesn't work. I configured Gmail into my Outlook, it worked well. But another problem is that you cannot send mass mails in one go. You'll have to send it in installments. If Outlook realizes that a lot of mails are being sent, it will assume they are spam, and sometimes it may block those mails, and to the extent even block your email, the way it happened with me. Now let's come to Gmail. The Gmail biggest advantage is you can have individual attachments, which Outlook does not have. Another advantage of Gmail is that you can schedule your emails. You need not send them in one simple go. You can wait, you can have a particular date, a particular time, at which point of time the mails would automatically be sent. The con of Gmail is it takes a little while for the recipient to receive it. For example, once I tried and it took me almost 2 hours to receive a sample mail which I had sent to myself along with a group of my students. So it's a bit slow, but it delivers perfectly fine. But the limitation is 50 mails a day. So if you don't want to pay any money, only 50 mails a day, or if you want to pay some money, you can have higher packs. I have a pack of 250 mails per day, which I send it to all my students. So that's about the mass mailing, and I hope this video helps you in understanding how mass emails are sent, and you can pick and choose the kind of email option that you would want to go with, Outlook or Gmail. And at the same time, please remember to subscribe to this channel. When you subscribe, the channel grows. When the channel grows, I'm able to make more and more videos of this kind, more informative, more unboxings, and more product reviews. Also, do not forget to hit the like button. So I'm going to be seeing you soon with another video. Till then, goodbye. Thank you for watching.